Everybody.
I want to start by thanking all of you for coming out, for supporting. I want to thank the Lord, number one, for another day and making this possible. My kids, my mom, my family, my friends. This is a great honor to be here today. Thank you, Tanya, for putting this together along with your team to break the silence. This is no small problem. 1 in 4 women experience some form of domestic violence. We need to be heard. We have a voice, and together we can overcome it all. I am a domestic violence survivor. I was in a relationship for 11 years that turned into a drastic part of my life. Something I thought was going to be a wonderful foundation turned into a nightmare. It started verbally and turned physically. It can often be difficult to admit that domestic violence is happening, and it can be hard to get out. That is why it's important to know the signs and to seek help. Remind others that they are not alone. I myself was lost. I was abused, threatened, harassed, and cheated on. I felt there was no way out, especially having children. My abuser used to tell me, "You can't make it without me. You can't make it on your own, especially having children." At some point back then, I believed him. I stood for them. I often asked myself, how would I live? How can I do this on my own without their father? I felt trapped, but something deep inside me knew this wasn't healthy for me or myself. I kept trying to believe that it's going to get better until this horrible day. October 6, 2007, Marco, my little Marco's 2nd birthday. Excuse me. Second birthday. All day he was putting me down, trying to pick a fight. He said so many hurtful things. He got into an argument with my mom and threw a beer bottle at her, just missing her head by inches in front of my children and everyone. I confronted him. I mean, that was my mom. How dare he? He jumped and punched me like a man. This man weighed over 265 pounds. At that point, I was done being the victim. I fought back. I felt violated. As we struggled, everyone tried to stop it. But my soul sister, Janine, she grabbed me, held me down. With tears in her eyes, she told me, "Come with me. Take the kids and your family. Come live with us. You don't deserve this." With all the struggle, I stopped and I hugged her. And I knew this wasn't a way out. She was opening up her home for us. She saved us. That I will always carry in my heart. And thank God every day for helping us. So cute. Kenneth, Amanda, and Marco. They are a huge part of my survival. They are my backbone, my strength, my will, and my force to survive. He couldn't get me back, so he tried to take little Marco from me on New Year's Eve. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I allowed him to be with him, trying to make peace with him. I mean, it was their father. But it wasn't enough. He wanted me. I went the next day to pick up my baby. He tossed me in the street, in the mud, causing to hurt my neck. Until this day, I suffer from it. I tried to return with the police, but was told he had equal rights. The whole night, I cried myself to sleep thinking that I was never going to see my baby again. He called my mother and said the only way you can have him is if he comes back home. You come back home. She told him, "You know she's a great mother. Give her back her baby." The next day, I went to court, filed for order protection and full custody. Word of advice, never leave your kids behind. Never take them with you, always, regardless. I was angry, hurt, humiliated, but I took that emotion and I fought back. When we arrived in court, he bore my baby. The moment Marco saw me, he extended his arms and said, "Mama." He stood in my arms the whole time, like he knew. When he went in front of the judge, all he could talk about how bad of a person I was. But the Lord gave me strength.
Amen.
When I saw, "In God we trust," I knew I wasn't alone. I was ready. I explained how he took my baby. She asked if I had proof of being his caretaker. I said, Your Honor, I have his birth certificate, social security, vaccination papers, letters from the doctors, and letters from daycare. And in this envelope, his first haircut. She turned to him and said, How dare you use this baby's love to hurt his mother? She turned to me, Mommy, take your baby home. Right. I cried so hard, I thanked her. And I almost fell to my knees and blessed her. She also approved the order of protection several months. I ran down, grabbed my baby, and walked from 161st to Fordham Road, crying while my baby rested. The whole way thanking the Lord 1,000 times for returning my Marco. After that, my car was sabotaged, sugar in the gas tank, paper in the key ignition, top of my brake fluids were removed, my windows broken several times. Then a mystery man called to report ACS that my children were beaten, dirty, and hungry. I had to go through the whole process along with my soul sister, Janine, and her family, but no evidence, so therefore, unfounded. It was an ongoing battle in and out of court. Several months later, he got visitation with supervision. The person in charge left the room for 1 minute, and he grabbed and harassed my daughter with questions. Due to his action, I had to take my daughter every single week for months to a social worker to make sure she was okay. She had nightmares. She never wanted to see him again. Until this day, she doesn't. He threw all my mother's stuff out, broke all of my son's trophy, which, by the way, was king of 2006 for the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade. He kept all of Marco's stuff, Amanda's stuff. She also had trophies. She is first princess of 2006. When I tried to get my stuff, he built a wall blocking it all. I lost everything I worked hard for. But he didn't break me. I knew the Lord was going to provide for me and my kids. He saw that he couldn't get to me, no matter how much he tried, but he broke. He violated the order of protection, got arrested, went through trial, was charged with second-degree harassment. I was given a 2-year order of protection and had no other choice but to give me full custody of my children. His last comment was when he walked out, "Now you and your mother deal with them." I looked in his eyes, I stood my ground and said, with a big smile on my face, "Thank you." That was the beginning of my new life. That's when I knew the Lord was going to give me a second chance to be the best mother I could. I struggle, yes, I still do, no child support, but with the Lord's help, I still make it and will always. One of my struggles was becoming homeless because I couldn't make ends meet financially. I kept 3 jobs, but it wore me down. December 18, 2014, I lost my apartment. Not knowing where I would end up, I didn't stop reaching out to elected officials. I didn't take no for an answer. I knew there was something there for us. But I have great support from my family. My Aunt Elsie always motivated me. My mom that never let me give up. My friends and my boyfriend Javier, who's not here today, his uncle passed away. They opened up their home to us and they did what they could to help. And I'm every day so grateful for that. Even though I felt I failed, I knew. I kept my faith in the Lord and looked back what I went through and realized that if I overcame that, I can overcome this. Amen. January 17, 2015, I got a call for a new apartment. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, backyard, more than I could ever imagine. He blessed us. I did it. I was heard. All our prayers were answered. I continue raising and doing the best for my children. As time passes, it's harder to trust and not allow anyone in my life. I went through depression, anxiety, not knowing where my life was going to end up. I got closer to the Lord, started praying more, and attended church. He gave me the strength to keep going. I found my inner peace. As time passes, I healed. I forgave. I forgive him, and I released him a long time ago.
Amen.
I learned that I deserve respect and love. Maybe like they say, things happen for a reason. Maybe this is my reason to help others, show them that they too can prevail. People may say someone like me is damaged, but that's only if you allow yourself to be. Today, I will release it completely. I will let go of all the pain, the hurt, the suffering, and the physical abuse. I may have been wounded, but I will continue to respect the peace, love, and faith by doing the Lord's work. I would like to introduce you today a new development that comes from the heart. I share this passion with two amazing women, spiritual women. Bernice, known as Faith. Diana, known as Love. And myself, known as Peace. This is a new journey in our lives that we are willing to travel and succeed. Our mission is to show support and guidance to others and lead them to a positive path. We are here to represent and to give direction and become an inspiration. We are Victoria Warriors. We want to be an example of how we fought our battles and conquer our lives. Give hopes and remind others that they don't stand alone. It would be a great honor if you can all support us and stand with us. It's not going to be easy, but when you have the Lord in your heart, anything is possible.
Amen.
I don't know about you, but I'm done fighting. I want peace. I want happiness. I want success. By being here today, all of you made a difference. Each and every one of you. If you are now in an abusive relationship, get out now. It's not going to change. It's not going to get better. Every time you are abused, it takes a piece of you. Remember this. Being a victim is not a choice, but being a survivor is. And I am a survivor.
That was cute. That was cute.
Have you ever loved someone so much that you even forgot how to love yourself? And no matter what that person did, no matter how hurt you were, you will always still love them. And it's crazy because you know they will never change. You know that no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, they will just never stop. They'll just do it again.
You think you